Here we are again, and we're going to be talking about credit and money because the two of them, they go together. So credit is equal to money and money is equal to credit. So basically we can say credit is married to money and money is married to credit. So today I'm here to talk to you again about credit. Okay, now who am I to talk about credit? My name, I know years ago I couldn't talk about credit because I was one of those people that was on the other side of credit, on the wrong side of credit. Okay, so I was one of those people who told the collection agencies when they called to go ahead and put it the credit bureau with everything else that I had there at the time, because I said at the time I didn't know any better. So I told them, I said, go ahead and put it there with everything else that's there. It's not going to make a difference. Little did I know. I said, it's not going to make a difference anyway. So just go ahead and put it at the credit bureau. I didn't care. But little did I know that it was really, really affecting me building wealth. I had no clue because nobody teach you these things in school. So of course, even my daughter told me recently, because I didn't know they're still doing this, and so I was talking about it, and I said, when I was in college, I know they used to have financial companies would sit there and offer credits to students. So a lot of students would pick up their first credit because they applied for it while they were in school, in university or college. So I was talking about it and I said, I don't know if they're still doing it. And my daughter said, oh yeah, they were chasing us around, offering us credit card, mom, but there was nobody there to teach us how to use these cards properly. So it's still happening, people. It's still happening. So get this book that I wrote in your kids' hands before they go off to college and university, because it is good to start building your credit early, but you should know exactly how you're going to go about building your credit and how to maintain your credit to be credit worthy to lenders and creditors later on. Okay, it's a nice little handbook. It's a very easy read and it's good to have because I pretty much cut through the chase and just get to the bottom of what you need to do to maintain your credit in a responsible manner so you can build wealth for yourself. So get this into your kids' hands. And if you need, of course, if you still need to know how to manage your credits properly, then you need it as well. Okay? What can I say about credit? My name is CJ Thomas. I'm the CEO of CJ Thomas Management, the author of Credit Power, Excellent Credit Equal Wealth. So pretty much that I constantly say all the time. I said credit is married to money and money is married to credit. Okay, because they do go together. Credit and money goes together. If you want money, they're gonna run your credit. Okay, it doesn't matter. Even if you're applying, sometimes nowadays, if you're applying for an apartment, most landlords are gonna run your credit because they want to know how you pay, your payment history. How have you paid in the past is gonna let them know how you will be paying in the future. So it is very, very important. Now, if you're applying for a credit card, of course, definitely they're going to be running your credit. You're applying for a car loan, your credit will be run. If you're applying for a mortgage, of course, we run your credit. So, of course, I've worked in the financial industry for many years. I've also worked in the bank. I've worked with mortgages. So I've seen the good and the bad side of credit. When your credit is not so good, and we can get you to, and you can go with B lenders because the A lenders are not going to touch you. Okay, so when we get you, of course, to go with the B lenders, because the B lenders just want to make sure that there's a job and you will be paying your mortgage because you have a job. But guess what? Your interest rate is based on your credit. Again, see that wealth is coming, showing itself back again. Because when you have to pay more interest rate than the next person, what do you think is going to happen? They can save the extra that you're paying, and then of course you don't have anything to save. So it is very vital. Credit is so important, more important than we think. Okay, so basically credit is money and money equals credit, so they go together hand in hand. Anything you want, whatever you want, they are going to run your credit. And the credit bureau, we have two credit bureaus in Canada. We have Equifax and TransUnion. In America, they do have the major ones, the same two major ones that we have, which is Equifax and TransUnion, but they also have Experian. Now, what is a credit bureau? A credit bureau is not a government agency. No, they are companies that set up to monitor the way we pay our bills so that they can sell this information to lenders. When the lenders ask, how does this person pay? They are applying for credit. Can we trust them? Are they credit worthy? There are 5 major components of credit, what makes up your credit score. And those 5 major components, the one that weigh really heavily, the payment history. Okay, again, lenders are looking to see how you have paid in the past. If there are any derogatory information on there, did you go bankrupt at any point? Did you have any late payments? And different factors within that payment history that they looked at to make their decision of if they're going to offer you the credit, then how much interest are they going to charge you. Okay, so the first one is your payment history. The second one is basically how you use the credits that is allowed to you. So is how much do you owe? Okay, so if you have a 10,000 credit limit, did you max it out? How much of that 10,000 credit card limit are you using? If you have a 2,000 credit card limit, how much of that 2,000 are you using? So credit usage, credit utilization. How much are you using? In Canada, we're saying that you can use up to 35%, but I pretty much say 30% to be safe. Don't go over 30%. Now, if there's an emergency and you don't have a choice and you have to max your card out for that month, as soon as you can pay that money back to bring it back into within that 30%, then that's what you should do. For the next one, it's going to be the length of credit. This is why it's nice that they're offering credit cards to our kids in university so that they can build their credit. But there should be someone there on the side sitting, and as soon as they applied for that credit card, because they're going to give it to them, they always give it to student anyways, okay, unless they already maxed out, maybe already messed up their credit, which most of the time that's not the case. Most students, they've never had a credit card. Okay, but there should be someone sitting on the side, and as soon as they apply for that credit card, that person should be there to say, come over here and let me teach you how to use that card once you get your credit card. Don't max it out. And they should be there. There should be someone there to teach us how to use that credit card. But there was no one. And my daughter told me that when she was going to university, she said there was still nobody there to teach them how to use this credit card. So this information is not really out there. We're just teaching this information now, which is very sad because a lot of us, we got into the mess. But sometimes, of course, everything is a lesson learned. So we learn the odd way. So we are teaching our kids how to not make that mistake so they can make other mistakes that they can learn up, but not from the credit, because no, you don't want to mess with your money and your wealth and your monies. You want to help them to get that on track at least. Okay, the next one is going to be the credit mix. Credit, what do you have in that portfolio of credit? Do you have a mortgage? Do you have a car loan? You may have your student loan in there. You might have that in there, your student loan. And of course, you have your credit cards. And a lot of people would say, don't get credit cards. No. So credit card is important to have because credit card is a revolving credit. So it's a credit that there's no end date to it. So you can pay and then you use again. It would be like having an overdraft protection in the bank. I had an overdraft protection for over 30 years in the bank. And thank you. I know you're looking at me going, oh, she had it for over 30 years and I thought she was 30. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I had that for a long time. So it is a revolving credit. Credit cards are very, very important. We don't realize how important they are, but they are very important. So you have the revolving credit, and then you have the installment credit. Mortgages, anything with an end date, loans, a personal loan, business loans, these are all installment credits. So the next thing in your credit mix would be inquiries. So when you're looking for new credit, once they have to run your credit, that's going to be shown on your credit bureau as well. Okay, so if you're pretty much just applying for credit constantly, it's not good. And then of course the lenders are going to feel nervous that you're so desperately looking for credit. You must be up to something. Well, most of the time you're not, but they don't feel that you're credit worthy. The only time that you can do that, and you will get away with it, when you're looking for a mortgage. If you're shopping for a mortgage, or if you're shopping for a car loan, then it's seen as one ding pretty much on your credit, because they know that you were shopping for the best rate or something. So you're looking for a car loan, or if you're looking for a mortgage, then it's okay. Like if you run it 3, 4, 5 times because you were looking to maybe get the best rate, which of course you're watching your money, you're taking care of your money, right? I just mentioned that credit and money go hand in hand, people. 10% is pretty much allotted to your credit mix. 10% is also for the inquiries. 15% is the length of credit. And of course, this is why I said it's such a nice thing when they're in the universities and in the schools and in the colleges, and they're handing out the credit card to the students so that they can start their first credit. And it would be nice for the student to know exactly how to manage that credit. So later on, there goes your credit history, which is 35%. I'm sorry, your payment history, which is 35%. So can you imagine how great that would be after 4 years of university or college, and they come out and they're just so on top of things, and their credit is so awesome for 4 years? Wow. But if they don't know, they're going to go and they're going to just max it out because nobody taught them how to use it properly. So this is why, again, I'm telling you to get this little handbook in their hands. You can get it on Amazon. It is called Credit Power, and they can get it on Amazon. It's called Credit Power. And of course, you can also get the printed form, and you can also get the ebook. The ebook is really, really cheap. So please get it in your kids' hands before they get their first credit card. It's important, people. So I believe that's going to be it for today. Within another few days, I will have some more tips of how to get your credit on track, how to keep it there, and how to manage it properly so you can be credit worthy to lenders. Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. So start looking after your credit today. Pay your bills on time, before the date that is due, not after the date. Don't just say, well, it's due in January, so I'll just pay it in January. And I always pay my bills on time because I paid in January, and I paid in February, and I paid in March, and goes on. No. What date in March did they ask you for that money? And what date in January did they ask you for that money? So on or before the due date. Every bills, on all your bills, you will see a due date. There will be a due date on your bills. So when your bills comes in the mail, the first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna check your bills to ensure that everything on there you agreed with. There's nothing on there that you didn't purchase because all kind of things are happening these days. So you got to be so careful. And so you're going to check your bills. You're going to ensure that everything you're agreed with, whatever is on your bills. And then you are going to look for that date and you're going to write it on the envelope and you're going to file it somewhere where you can see it every day that this bill is due on this date. Not that you should worry about it, but you just want to make sure that you are paying your bills on time. So you have a little filing system that you're keeping your bills, that you make sure that you're keeping your bills in an area where you won't forget to pay them. That's what Zig Ziglar said. Zig Ziglar said, you don't have to be great to get started. So get started on paying your bills on time and get a nice little filing system going on. But you have to start to be great at it so that you can teach it to someone else. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and share it with some friends who would love to know about how to maintain their credit properly. Because you don't want them to come over and start borrowing your money after they mess up theirs. So you want to teach them how to handle theirs and how to manage theirs so they don't have to come and borrow yours and not pay it back, just like the way they're not paying their credit cards. When you know better, you do better, okay? So basically, I'm here to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the other side of credit. Take care and have a